In last week's video, I opened up a bubbly bottle of ginger beer I've been making at home and asked if any of you were interested in learning how to make it yourselves. I got several comments back, so this tutorial style video is for you. But first, this video is sponsored by my sourdough course, Sourdough Made Simple, and in this course I bring you into the kitchen with me as I show you the exact process I use for baking up loaves of sourdough bread, along with a variety of other sourdough recipes, all in a straightforward, easy to follow format. If you've struggled with baking with sourdough or have been too intimidated to learn, let me show you how in an easy approach that will have you baking up delicious recipes in no time. Follow the link in the description box below to enroll or for more information. We are going to start with making a bug. To make our bug, we're going to add 2 cups of water and 2 teaspoons of sugar to a mason jar. You can add a few raisins to this as well to add a little bit of flavor, but that's completely optional. Stir it up and add either a piece of cloth or a fermentation lid to the top, and allow it to sit at room temperature out of direct sunlight for 24 hours. This is the start of our bug and day 0. For day 1, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of ground ginger and 2 teaspoons of sugar. We're going to mix it up, replace the lid, and then let it sit out for another 24 hours. On day 2, you'll feed the bug just 2 teaspoons of sugar. We're going to alternate feeding our bug ginger and sugar and just sugar until we reach day 7. You can find the recipe and instructions in the description box below, but real quick, day 3 is 2 teaspoons of ginger and 2 teaspoons of sugar. Day 4 is 2 teaspoons of sugar. Day 5 is 2 teaspoons of sugar and 2 teaspoons of ginger. Day 6 is 2 teaspoons sugar. If this is the first time making the bug, it won't be strong enough to make ginger beer. You'll need to repeat the process for a second week. For this, you'll need to strain off the liquid and discard it, and keep half the sediment to put back into the jar. You'll feed it 2 teaspoons of sugar and 2 cups of water. You'll begin the process of day 1 starting tomorrow and begin alternating feeding ginger and sugar for another week, just like this. By the end of the second week, on day 7, your bug is ready to make ginger beer. Start by cleaning your bottles in hot soapy water. I like to use glass flip-top bottles for mine, which I will link some for you below. However, be warned, when using glass for something like this, the bottle can explode if you forget to burp it daily. Burping will release the pressure building up in each bottle. To avoid having to burp the bottles, you can just use plastic if you'd like. Now we're going to bring 2 cups of water and 2 cups of sugar into a saucepan and bring it to a slow boil until the sugar dissolves. If you're worried about this having too much sugar, don't be. The live cultures inside the fermentation process will eat the sugar as it sits, so by the time you consume it, the sugar's virtually gone. Next, we're going to add 12 cups of water to a large bowl, along with our sugar water and the juice of 2 lemons. Now it's time to strain off our bug and pour the liquid into the bowl. We will again save half the sediment to start another bug for the next week. You can also save the other half of the sediment to make another beer bug and have 2 bugs going, or give it away as a gift to a friend. And remember, the bug is now strong enough to only need to be fed for 6 days before bottling on the 7th. Now it's time to bottle our ginger beer. I use a funnel for less mess. When you're filling your bottles, make sure to leave a little headspace in each bottle and don't fill up all the way to the top. The bottles will now sit at room temperature out of direct sunlight. I leave them here in my kitchen. Remember to burp your bottles daily. After about 6 to 7 days, the ginger beer will be ready to be chilled and enjoyed.